Yo, it's the Mega64 podcast, episode 1, theme song.
I'm a lonely horseman, got my pistol. I'm just trying to be somebody besides a lonely horseman.
All right, Mega64 podcast in effect.
Okay, here we go.
I'm a lonely horseman. Got my lonely horse. I'm just trying to be something besides just lonely horseman.
Lonely Horseman. Theme song to our podcast that we're going to do. And what we're trying to do is make a good podcast.
This is our first podcast. Good eye.
On the ride.
All right, now, all right, I think we started things off right. Little Aquabats for you. Lonely Horseman. All right, so this is our first podcast. We've been waiting to do this for some time.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited again.
I'm guaranteeing this is gonna be. This is our first try, but I'm confident this is probably gonna be the best podcast on the entire interconnected computer system.
I don't even know why you're saying probably. It's already guaranteed.
It's also known as the World Wide Web. WWW for short.
The W's.
Also known as the W's.
The W's, that's what we're on. And, okay, so just to make sure, once again, clarify, make sure everybody knows, I'm Rocco.
I'm Derek.
I'm Sean.
When we were filming in version 2, I just had to get this off my chest. When we were filming in version 2, and we were filming the bit with Adam when he was the, whatchamacallit, the Uncle Sid's Roadside Bazaar.
Yeah, the best part of the whole DVD.
Confederate cash only. You may remember that line.
Yeah, the best
Lip piercing.
Best scene in the whole DVD.
Yeah, he's a Confederate guy. Don't be offended because you have a lip ring.
No, but a guy drove by, like, as we were filming that bit, and thought that we were actually setting up a store. And I was so upset that I didn't bring this up on the commentary, but the guy tried to in the skit there's a dead fish on the table. That just like a big dead stuffed fish, and the guy haggled with us for like half an hour to try to get the fish. And we could not get him to go away. He was like someone in his 80. He was probably like 80 something years old.
Was it the fish the Bat Commander gave us?
Yes,
Yeah.
the fish.
Well, we're not giving that away.
It's
That's
above
not for
my.
sale.
Yeah, I know exactly. But no matter what I did, I could not convince the guy otherwise. And I think I have some footage of that, but we just never did anything with it. So there you go. Now I've told. Now I can get that off my chest. I felt bad. I didn't say that in the commentary, and now I'm done with it.
You loyal listeners may be familiar that we have a kind of a business relationship with the Aquabats. They're cool. But the first time we met them, kind of as a peace offering, MC Bat Commander offered us a giant fish, and now it hangs above the door in Rocco's room. That's the fish in question we're talking about. There's a story behind it. Now you know.
You might see
now
it
you know the story.
in episode, I'm not sure.
Whatever.
I think episode 4 when all the terrorists come through the door.
There you
can
go.
see a giant
big
fish there.
Fish.
You want to read some emails?
We might be able to do that. Yeah, we're going to start this off. We're going to read some emails that we get. We get some emails occasionally. Now, I'm not the best at replying to them, but theme song.
Okay,
Never
you
mind.
guys stop doing that.
All right, that didn't work. Email number 1 of the night. This is from Nellor. Hey, all in Mage64. I was wondering if I could have your permission to have maybe 2 to 4 of your short clip films on my website and some pictures. What I want to do is have a picture of you guys and say, here are some films by you. Then have a picture of you short film and make that link of C. I would tell also to visit you site and link it.
Oh, man, this guy sounds Asian.
Wow. Okay.
There it is.
Wow. My site isn't. Oh. That needed a wacky sound effect. Okay. My site. Oh, I'm going to be using the wacky sounds quite a bit. Okay.
Really funny.
This is the most ghetto rig podcast ever. We got like a boom mic by a futon, and I've got iPod headphones on and like a lapel thing. So
Yeah, we're about to reach the 10-minute mark. This podcast sucks.
yeah, this podcast is
We have
terrible.
35 more minutes of this.
Man.
Probably should just turn this off now.
Wow. And number 2, when security or the cops are called, how do you get yourselves out of being arrested. We just, I don't know, what do we do?
We
leave.
don't.
We don't.
We never
We are
see...
really nice to people, and we tell them that's for school, and they ask us to leave when we do.
Yeah.
We always tell them it's their school. That's the secret.
Yeah, as soon as the skit's over, like, we can be jerks during the skit, but once it's over, we're polite and we leave. Like, that's it. And so we never get arrested.
Yeah.
But the only time we've ever actually met the cops, though, is Resident Evil. Like cops are called on us all the time, but we're out of there before we see any of that. So
We always have an escape plan. Like, we're going to do this real quick, get the shot, and then get the hell out. That's
Duh.
yeah, I mean,
we're not
that's
stupid. We don't hang around forever.
that's just a common sense escape plan. It's not-
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like we're locked in our trucks.
We
on
always
the
park at
phone.
the right spot and then know exactly what to do. And someone always meets us at the car, and we just take off.
Yeah.
There it is.
I like how
The
our
big
fans
secret.
send us emails that we're just really condescending.
This is the most condescending podcast ever. Should we? Okay, on the subject. Great. Okay, so when we were doing, there's a video we did for Prince of Persia, the Two Thrones, where it was called Perks of Persia or something like that. And we, it was when we reversed time, like when I was at Taco Bell and I fell onto a plate of nachos and then walked backwards out of the restaurant. So we always have an escape plan, and one of our cameramen that day was Adam.
Adam or Spencer.
Spencer, as he's known on the forums.
Confederate cash only. That guy.
Yeah, that
there we
guy.
go.
That guy. Second time he's in this podcast.
Team of the podcast. He's a good girlfriend, by
We're
the
gonna
way.
owe him some royalties. Oh,
She's-
jingle that cup. We owe him some royalties now. Anyway, he was our escape plan. I came up there with him in a truck, and he was one of our cameramen. And then Sean was with our friend Jonathan on the other side with another
Who is
camera.
Benny.
Yeah,
for you
Benny.
guys to know.
Benny from the version 2 DVD. And so anyway, the escape. I guess we didn't talk about it before, but I guess we just assumed that everyone was leaving with who they left with. And so I'm in the middle of this Taco Bell. I'm totally nervous, and I trip with the nachos and knock them all over the place. I'm covered in nachos. And then I walk backwards out of the place, and Adam leaves too. And so I'm like, okay, time to get in the truck. Time to get in the truck and get out of here. Adam gets in the truck and locks it. And so I was like, wait, I'm covered in sauce and beans and cheese all over me. And I'm like, knock, knock. Adam, can we go? Are we let's get out of here. Can we? Because by this point, Taco Bell people are like yelling and looking out the window, and it's time to get out of there. And Adam was on the phone. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, sorry, phone call. And then he rolled the window back up. Like, I guess he thought that I wasn't escaping with him.
Right.
But Sean thought that I was escaping with Adam.
Because that made sense. Adam
That
left.
made sense.
And
so,
Jonathan and I were supposed to stick around and get the shots of the people who...
reaction
were
shots.
cleaning up or something.
Yeah, post-reaction shots. Exactly. So Sean's in the restaurant and thinks that I'm home free. Adam thinks I'm getting home with Sean. I'm just outside by myself, covered in beans and cheese, with the entire city stopping their cars and looking at me. So I run. There's a gas station right next to this Taco Bell. I run behind the gas station, and I'm just standing there behind a wall, thinking I'm just hidden there. And everybody in the world walks by. And then, insult to injury, a guy from Taco Bell who's on his break walks by me behind. What are you doing? What do you do? Is this a movie? Some kind of show? It's real funny. Real funny. You a jackass? Huh? Pretty funny. So I'm just standing there dripping with sauces, and this guy is berating me, and no one will come help me.
Now, Jonathan and I are in... Sorry, Rocco. We're in the Taco Bell, and the lady keeps... She knows that something's going on, because how Adam was acting, because he's obviously filming. She saw his camera. And she kept saying that she wanted us to go get Rocco so he could clean up the Taco Bell. I assume that he's gone, so we just leave and we ignore her.
Yeah.
And I remember walking out from the Taco Bell, and I see Rocco peeking his head from behind this wall of the gas station. It's like...
Yeah, because I was out there for like 25 minutes.
He has beans and nacho cheese all over his face and his glasses.
I was totally ditched that day, and I was making phone calls. I was calling whoever I knew to get me out of there, because I thought I was going to get arrested or just whatever. Well, I don't know about arrested, but like just something was going to happen.
clean up your mess.
Yeah, I did not want to clean that up, dude.
It's
So
illegal to spill nachos.
yeah, but anyway, so after like 25 freaking minutes, then I got a ride home with Sean. But I don't know what was going on that day. But anyway, that was our most disorganized escape. Typically, we're like ninjas. We're just out of there within a second. So that's the story behind that. Now you don't have to wait to hear the commentary on that skit.
It's
like
these
guys.
two idiots, and they fight using fire versus ice in the most idiotic way possible.
Yeah.
And one of them gets killed. That's pretty much the gist of the video. They're the worst videos we've ever done. I don't understand why people like them.
They're really...
I'm in the minority. Everybody likes them except me, so maybe I'm just stupid. Which I find very hard to believe.
No, but we did some testimony. Ubisoft is doing this big campaign for the new Splinter Cell game, and it's like an infomercial about this thing called the Fifth Freedom, where you can like kill people and erase them from history and basically get away with it. And they're having a whole ad campaign that's like an infomercial, and we are doing some segments within those ads, and we did like testimonials, and we had to just recently refilm one of them because both of them, we filmed two, and both of them together, according to Ubisoft, were way too morbid for the brand.
Should we just describe the one that got rejected?
Yeah,
the one that got...
Okay, this is something you'll never see, so I want everybody to close your eyes and just try to visualize.
If you're driving right now, pull over to the side of the road and close your eyes.
Close your eyes and turn your imagination off. Okay. Continue.
All right, we start with a very... I'm going to try to do this in my most professional, romanticized voice as possible. Okay. We open with a very beautiful shot of a living room. There... a stationary, solemn figure on a couch. This is Sean. He talks about how his grandma loved him so dearly and left money for him in his will. And through circumstances outside of his control, he became indebted to some not-so-nice people. All right? So obviously, what would anybody do in this situation? You kill your grandma. And so Sean kills his grandma. And then we inform him of the Fifth Freedom, how that kind of voids her will. And so he doesn't get any money. And then the rest of the 5-minute video is Sean crying and screaming grandma with a pillow over his face. And that's it.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, I think just watching Sean cry really hard and scream grandma, like...
Yeah, the acting was great.
Where's the joke?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Grandma!
Oh, God.
So there you go.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Has everyone seen that, by the way? That there's that there's a third Ghost Recon video on Xbox Live that looks like it's one of ours. I don't know why, but it's not us. And
it was listed as us, too, for a while.
Yeah, it's even listed, like, there's a European Ghost Recon site that Ubisoft made, and we're credited for it, too, and it's not us at all, and we get hate mail for that video. But I don't see why, though, because it's better than any of the ones we made. Like far and away better.
I don't remember.
Derek doesn't remember.
I can tell a joke.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and tell a joke.
I tell this joke to everyone, and it never gets any laughs.
Oh, okay.
Ever. But,
well, it's open-minded audience.
I'll continue telling it because I think it's funny, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the difference between a vitamin and a hormone?
Wait, I think I've heard this.
Me too.
I tell it all the time.
Okay.
All right, what's the difference between a vitamin and a hormone?
What?
I can't make a vitamin.
Wow, you got a wah-wah-wah.wave on that one.
No, when you...
I think we might start wrapping the podcast up pretty soon.
What time are we at?
We are at 36.
36 miserable minutes.
We wasted that much of your time, huh?
Oh, wow. I don't think anyone's listening, though. This week, the Microsoft released a camera for the Xbox 360, the Xbox Live Vision camera or whatever. And apparently Garrett got it. And within 5 minutes, his testicles were on my dashboard. So, I thought as soon as that... I'm not even joking. I thought as soon as that camera came out, someone would abuse it, but I didn't think it would be like one of my own friends. And, all right, cool. Well,
that sounds about good for our first try. Greatest podcast.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too shabby.
We'll try harder next time.
We will try harder. You never know who's going to show up on this podcast, but probably nobody. So, all right, we're going to take this out. We've got some tunes for you. This is Mega64 podcast. We'll see you guys later.
This is Derek Acosta signing off.